So in today's video, we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about the second stimulus check for this week. Now, I spent a good majority of the day doing research and I found three really good things that you guys need to know right now with accordance to the next stimulus package. Now, before I get started with this video, I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning by another video. The support has been unreal on many of my videos, and I just want to really say thank you so much to you guys for all the nice words, all the comments, all the likes on the video. Let's see for if this video we can hit 10,000 likes. If we can hit 10,000 likes, that would be absolutely insane. We've been crushing the like goals recently, and I think this is something that we can do. So thank you guys so much for tuning by this video. Let's get into those 3 points. So starting out with number one, many of you guys may have already heard this news, but just in case there are a few people who didn't, President Trump did mention in an interview that he wanted stimulus checks to be more than $1,200. Now, back in the beginning of July, he also did mention this as well. He wanted checks to be more than they are right now, and he wanted a very large amount. Now, although this would be classified as good news because it's literally the president of the United States stating that he wants more checks, and he is the last person who's going to sign off on a package before it gets enacted as a proposed bill, we need to also realize that this is election year, and I don't want people to get their hopes up, and I don't want people to hold him against his word, especially when we have to realize that he is a politician leader, and he is someone who is trying to say all the right things to get back into office. Although President Trump did say that he wants a much larger amount, this doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. So please, although you may hear some things, we may hear Billy Bob Joe say this, we may hear Elon Musk say this, we may hear President Trump say this, that they all want larger amounts and they are all for the people. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but don't count this as bad news. Just keep it inside the back of your brain. Let it marinate in there. What you have to realize is that a lot of the things that are actually going to solidify second stimulus checks to go through is going to come from House, Congress, and our Senate leaders. So realizing this type of situation and realizing where the power actually is, I think we get a better idea of what type of information we should actually hold on to. Election year is big. There is news right now that they're trying to push back the dates of this happening because of the pandemic that we are in right now. It's definitely some very interesting times. I don't know if they would actually be able to officially push back something like the election year or the election date, but if it does manage to get pushed back, I think we should expect to see some type of more accurate information and have our politicians focus on matters at hand, so they're not going out, they're not trying to focus on rallying up the people, and we don't get diluted with just all this information with politicians, and we can really focus at the matter at hand. The number two most important thing you need to know about the second stimulus checks is that there was actually a new proposal today. So at first glance, this may not seem like it's a better proposal or it's a proposal that many people would be a fan about, but hold on and hear me out for a second. This proposal is a $1,000 stimulus check, but if you are someone who owns a family, you technically actually get more money than people have with our previous stimulus checks, which is with the CARES Act and which is with the HEALS Act or the HEROES Act. This proposal is called the CAF Act. No, not CAF as in like, you know, the muscle calf, CAF as in CAAF. This stands for the Corona Assistance for American Families Act, and they actually made a pretty good visual. If you guys look on your screen right here, we'll see that with single member adults, you actually may be making less money because you get $200 less on your full stimulus check. But here we start to see things that are a little bit more interesting for people who own a family. So if you're a single parent with 2 kids, you actually get $800 more than our previous stimulus packages. Now, if you have 2 parents with 2 children, you still get $600 more than you would in the past. So that's $3,400 compared to the $4,000 that the CAF Act would actually give to you. And I really hope that I'm saying this act right. I don't really watch too many other news channels right now. I'm just reading a lot of articles and I'm reading a lot of what the Senate is saying. So Fox 5 is out here saying like the CAF Act or the CAF Act, and I'm the only one who's saying CAF Act. Please don't roast me down below. I really don't know how people are trying to pronounce this. I'm going to just say the CAF Act though. So with the CAF Act, how are families actually making more money? So we look back towards the first CARES Act and our future stimulus proposals that we have with the HEROES and the HEALS, we noticed that dependents still get $500. What they did is they actually raised that amount and they took away that age limitation, which was at 16 years old in the past. All of my young adults, all of my college students, all of my people who did not receive a stimulus check or they only only got a $500 amount, this would actually counteract that. So you would actually be getting the full $1,000 amount just like every other dependent. And if you have kids, maybe they're 2 years old, maybe they're 3 years old, if they're listed on your tax returns as a dependent, the IRS knows you have children, you would actually be getting way more money with the next CAF Act. So for all my single people, this may not work in your favor, but like I said, if you're a family owner, this is something that you may like more. My question to you guys down below is, do you like the CAF Act? Do you not like it? Is this something that benefits you, or do you think maybe this isn't the way to go and we should prioritize everyone getting larger amounts? Now, I do understand that families out here should be a high priority. If you have kids, I feel like they should get a little bit more support because you're feeding more than one mouth than yourself. But at the same time, I know that there are a lot of young adults struggling on their own as well. So a big question that I have for the community: do you like the CAF Act or the CARES Act? Just put down CAF in all caps or CARES in all caps if you want to do a quick poll down below. But let me know what you guys think in this situation. Now, number 3, I think this is the most incredible news, and I have not seen too many people talk about this. It was kind of put under the radar, but I was actually able to find this with just a very lucky Google search because I wanted to hear more about the August recess. And guess what? A couple hours ago, we found out that the House announced that they would not take a vacation during August. I feel like this is really good news. So what the House is saying now is, look, we're not going to take that vacation. We're not going to go home until a bill gets passed. Now, although this is outstanding news, this is probably the best news that we've heard all week, more than what President Trump said about having more larger stimulus checks out to the people. I like this because it means that we don't really have this set deadline that's going to push us out even farther. But although the House went ahead and approved this, we still need the other half of Congress to say, okay, we're not going to go on vacation too, because although we have one half of the chain, we need both to come together in order for this to really work. It's still unclear whether or not the Senate is going to do the same thing and say, okay, we're not going to go on vacation either, or whether the House is going to be working in DC for the next month and all of Senate goes back. In my personal opinion, I feel like the Senate is going to follow what the House is doing, because I feel like the election year, which is really being used to our advantage in most cases, I just hope that it's not too big of a distraction. I hope they're not putting out too many white lies and just saying that they're going to do all this when they're not. So hopefully, in my opinion, they are all going to stay back. They're going to cancel the rest of the August recess until they're able to come to a vote. The people need money right now. The people are starving. The people are struggling, and our leaders need to do a better job by stepping forward and making a better example for our nation. These are our considered leaders on paper, and they should be leading our country in an effort that really makes us all look up to them. They haven't been doing the best of jobs. They've really been struggling on negotiations. I feel like the people have been neglected a lot, and in this instance, maybe in some small ways, they can actually start making things up to the people, starting with passing additional relief to the people. Now, both House and Senate leaders Schumer and Nancy Pelosi went ahead and said that they do not want two different bills passing at the same time with both of what they want. What everyone wants at this point is one comprehensive bill. So what we're not going to see is the HEALS Act beta version 0.5 one half, and then the HEROES Act beta version 0.5 one half, and then they bring it together and then they got to stamp it like 4 different times. No. What they're trying to do right now is they're trying to get one comprehensive bill. So if we had a fusion of two, I don't know if I got any Dragon Ball Z fans out here, but it's like Goku and Vegeta. We got the heroes and the heels. Maybe we'll get the HERES Act, or maybe we'll get the HELOS Act. I don't know, but what we should expect to see is one comprehensive bill, and that's why it's taking so long for them to come to an agreement. I think another good example is think about having 2 toddlers and they both have their favorite teddy bear in their hand. Only one teddy bear gets to get passed. But in order for that one teddy bear to get passed, these 2 parties, these 2 toddlers, they're not going to give up their teddy bear. They're not going to just throw away the one they have. What they actually have to do is cut their teddy bear in half, and they both need to stitch it together right down in the middle. And then you get this weird Frankenstein looking half teddy bear thing. But that's where we're trying to get. And when we realize, look, party A really doesn't want to give things up. Party B doesn't want to give things up. We're at this stalemate right now, and it's really difficult for our leaders to come to an agreement when there's so many differences within this package. Democrats, still at the moment, they want something huge. They want to have a lot of things. Republicans, they want to save money. They don't want to keep going into debt. And at the same time, there are different things going inside of the bill that both of them don't agree upon. Republicans, they want a new FBI building. Democrats, they want more support with cannabis industries and other things going into the next stimulus package. So, both of them have their pros and cons. I'm not going to say, oh, the HEROES Act is completely right and the HEALS Act is the wrong one, or vice versa. HEALS Act, there's no right or wrong in this situation. We just need to create that Frankenstein teddy bear, and we just need to get people money, and then they can get whatever they want. Let's just get stimulus checks to the people. How about that? And then we can all move forward. Y'all can get whatever FBI building you want, but let's just get stimulus checks out to the people. Let's get support for the people, have that done, and then focus on what y'all need to focus on. Go ahead. It's been a huge mess in Congress this week, and DC has literally been a battle zone with politicians throwing shade at one another, trying to come to a decision. As people, I really want you guys to stay focused on the facts. Don't get swept up with people saying, oh, Trump is saying this, so it's going to happen, or our leaders are saying that, or the 1,000. Nothing is set in stone until we actually get stimulus checks in our pocket. Thank you all so much for tuning by this video. I hope this video was able to provide you guys some value, whether you're driving, watching this video in your bedroom, your living room, whatever you're doing. It really does mean a lot if you guys could drop a little like on this video, just a boop. That would be really amazing. So hopefully this video was able to help you guys out. If you did enjoy it, let me know down below. Thank you all so much for tuning by another video. God bless. Hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Peace out.